Hello students, this is me, Mr. Benny. Today we are going to learn about the third alternative energy source. We already learned about the first and the second last meeting. The first one is sun, the second one is wind. Now we are going to learn about the third alternative energy source, that is biomass. Biomass is plant or animal material used for energy production. Biomass is actually coming from the word of bio, which means life or living things. As far as we know, living things can be divided by two, plants or animals. So in short, biomass is actually an energy source that is coming from plants or animals. Biomass is also called an energy source because it can store the sun's energy. Let's continue. How do we get the energy from the biomass? There are at least three ways to get the energy from the biomass. The first one is by burning. Second one is decomposition. The third one is fermentation. We are going to discuss this one by one. The first one is burning. Burning is using fire in order to get the energy from the biomass. The things that we can burn to get the energy are wood, falling leaves, crop remnants, and food waste. I attached some pictures here. The first one is wood, the second one is crop remnants. In Indonesia, crop remnants also mean sisa-sisa tumbuhan. Yeah, it also can be falling leaves. Okay, so by burning these things, we can get the energy to cook food or to warm our body. So by burning wood, by burning falling leaves, by burning crop and food waste, we can create heat energy. We can create heat, we can create fire to cook our food, or at least we can warm our body with it. Sometimes you can see this kind of thing if you're camping, or if you want to grill something. You can make this kind of campfire to warm your body. By doing this, we can also reduce the land needed for waste disposal. We can call this act as sewage treatment. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so this is the picture of charcoal. What is charcoal? Charcoal is wood that does not burn completely. Charcoal contains a lot of carbon materials, but it does not contain water. So charcoal is actually wood, but you burn it, but you don't burn it completely until it becomes dust. You let the wood until it turns into pitch black like this. This kind of wood will be so easy to burn. Why? Because it doesn't contain water anymore. So that is the difference between charcoal and the ordinary wood. Let's continue. The second way to get the energy from biomass is by doing decomposition. The decomposition is in Indonesia is pembusukan. Okay, the things that we can decompose to get the energy are coming from smelly materials such as rotten garbage, farm waste, and animal dung. Yeah, you heard it right, this is animal poop. Okay, this is the picture of rotten garbage, and this is the picture of farm waste. Both of these things are so smelly. It creates something we call as biogas. Biogas is created by smelly materials. This kind of biogas, we can use it to create energy. Okay, so by decomposing rotten garbage, by decomposing farm waste, and by decomposing this thing, the poop, we can create energy. But uncle, how do we get the energy from the poop? That's just the remnants of the animals, right? Yes, even though it's just the remaining of the animals, it has a small amount of energy that we can use. Okay, that is by doing decomposition. Okay, let's continue. So the third and the last one is by doing fermentation. Fermentation in Indonesia is just fermentasi. Okay, fermentation and decomposition is quite similar but different. If decomposition means you put something in some container and let it until it's rotten, but fermentation, you just keep the things inside the closed area for some times, so it's not rotten yet. Okay, we can apply a fermentation process on these sticks. The first one, plants that are rich on carbohydrates. Second one, vegetable oils. The third one, animal fat. This is the picture of plants that is rich of carbohydrate, and this is the picture of vegetable oil. These things, this plant, vegetable oil, and animal plants, after we are doing fermentation process on it, they will create something called ethanol. Later, this ethanol we can use the ethanol to replace the fuel. Fuel in Indonesia means bahan bakar, so we can use ethanol for bahan bakar, for fuel. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you understand. Let me review it a bit. Okay, so today we already learned about biomass. Biomass is energy source that is coming from living things such as plants and animals. In order to get the energy from the biomass, we need to do three things. The first one is burning. The second one is decomposition. This one is decomposition. And the third one is fermentation. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you understand. If you have any questions, you can drop your questions on LMS. You can chat or you can just write down on the LMS wall. Okay, that's all for today. Stay safe and stay at home. Bye.